Thank you, Mick, for that. I would just reiterate the importance of the referendum in Wales, okay? We have to have control in Wales of our lives, of our families' lives, and we do ask you to make sure that you are voting. I'm going to say a couple of things too. If you want to know what the potential future is for this country, from a Lib Dem Tory government, have a look at the children in this room, have a look in their eyes, and have a think about what future do they have. Have a think about students who are leaving university with a minimum, some of them, of £20,000 debt before they've even started, some of them, full-time work. That is the situation that we're in. Jobs going. The announcement from this morning on the amount of bonuses paid out in the financial sector, and the media coverage from those in power telling us, don't upset the apple cart, don't ask awkward questions, stop punishing the financial section. Marvellous report in the newspapers. Chief Executive for the Bank of Scotland, his bonus system of £2.5 million. But Cameron had been listening to the public concerns, and they had told him he could only have £1.5 million in bonus, and the other £1 million had to go out in shares. Do you know, my heart bleeds for him. I'm absolutely gutted that he can only have the extra £1 million in shares. I doubt very much whether there's a person in this room will ever even think about £1 million in the bank. But you mustn't challenge that, because the threat is that they will pack their bags and they will leave the country. Well, I'll make you a commitment, and I'll ask you to make the same commitment. If they say they are going to leave the country, I'll put the coach on to go up to Heathrow Airport, and I'll carry their bags to the bloody plane. I'll tell you now, I have no commitment either way. If there is a political party attacking public services and public sector workers in this country, I will campaign against them. I don't care what political party. I will bring you now up to date and finish, colleagues, with a situation directly here in RCT. There's a future Unison member over there. Make sure you sign them up before they go. My members are seeing cuts in their wages, cuts in their income. Their families are having to suffer. I welcome that 60% of the workforce in general have been secured their earnings. But we have, on average, 40% are going into some form of detriment. Some members of staff losing £7,000 from their family income. We put out advice to trade union. We told our members, if you want to sign your contract, you should write a letter and tell this council that you feel under duress to be signing this contract because you will be forced to sign it. And lots of our members did sign under duress. And this council sent a letter back out. Any member of staff putting in a grievance or signing a letter saying they felt forced to sign a new contract that cut their wages would lose all compensation. Unison and their colleagues in the other trade unions were criticised by the lead officers and council members for using the word duress. I was not sure what other words I could use. And I do apologise to our members if they felt it was a bit strong. So I've come up with some others. Victimisation. Harassment. Bullying. Okay? Let me give you what's happened in the last couple of days if you want to talk about harassment. Those members of staff who put a letter in or signed a grievance, they have paid for HR officers of this council to go and visit them at their homes and at their workplaces to get them to sign new contracts of employment. Single parent families visited at 7 o'clock at night at home, being told either sign up or lose your compensation. I'm going to read you something and I'm going to finish. Kinnock speech. Neil Kinnock in Bournemouth, 1985. When an employer is not listening to the real needs of employees and their families, you end up with a grotesque chaos of a Labour council. A Labour council hiring taxis to scuttle around the city, handing out redundancy notices to its own workers. I tell you this, you cannot play politics with people's jobs, people's homes, people's families and people's services. Our council might have not put their staff out in taxis, but they could go out in their own cars. And that's why I say it's victimisation. That's why I'm ashamed that I happen to be part of a Labour-controlled council. Yes. And I will see you all at the next rally, and I will see you on the 5th of March in Cardiff, and I will see you on the 26th of March in London, where we show them the strength of black people. Colleagues, those of you who are RCT employees or residents in RCT, I will finish on one more plea. Trade union representatives will be at the next full council meeting, which is the 23rd of February. They've been very clever because the cut-off date to sign new contracts was yesterday. They made sure they couldn't call a full council meeting until after the 18th. We will be there. I'm inviting you to come to that council meeting on the 23rd.